weekly arrangement, and that is because we are doing a one shot for the holiday season, a continuation of the Supernormal one shot, which we did back in August of 2022. Which, now that I say that out loud, that is a very long amount of time, and I hope that I remember everything from that because I am a terrible note taker. Uh, for those who don't know or who weren't here for last year's one shot, Supernormal is a very simple RPG wherein the players are superheroes who are trying to keep a low profile in mundane, everyday situations. But unfortunately, the volatile nature of their powers sometimes gets the better of them in these cases, in which case they accidentally display their powers when not meaning to. That's basically the crux of the game. It's very simple. It'll make a lot more sense as we play. The last time we did this was sort of as like a quasi belated Father's Day themed one shot, and so all of our players from that were dads, and we're going to be picking up again with those characters with those families, taking place 4 months after the events of that initial one shot. But again, for those who weren't here, it's going to be you don't need to have seen the original one shot to keep up. I'm talking too much. Does anyone else want to jump in with anything? Or
I was just going to say it's probably better if they haven't seen the original because then they won't pick up on the mistakes that we make for our characters.
right,
The lack of continuity for some of us.
the
Me.
continuity errors. Yeah.
We'll just claim this is the same characters, but it's an alternate universe. That's what I'm going to go with.
This is the 616 version. It's completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. This is the reboot.
Mm.
We fired our old writing team
Oh, this is
from the publication, and
J.J. Abrams verse. Is that the? Yeah.
this is the ultimate era.
I was going to say it's going to be the darker version of us, but no, if it's J.J. Abrams, it's going to be the brighter, shinier version of us.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to turn up your lights.
Of course, Craig isn't with us, unfortunately, but we've lost a Craig and gained a Devin,
Hello.
which I think is an equivalent exchange. So,
Ooh, don't let him hear that.
Well, we were missing
I said
Devin the
equivalent.
last. The missing
Equal.
We were missing Devin the last time we played Supernormal, so our roster
Yes.
stays the same number at least.
Yeah, I get around.
Everyone gets the chance to be a super dad. With all that out of the way, oh wow, I'm blanking. Is there anything else that we do before jumping into it, or like do we play the song, or do we just sort of dive in?
No, we just got to dive in. If there was a recap,
Okay.
there was a
It's not
recap.
like
If there's not, then
I've done like 3 of these holiday one shots in a row or anything. It's not like I have any sort of preparation. As a little bit of a recap / scene setting, you are all superpowered individuals and residents of the small town of Rose Hill. It's been 4 months since the fateful fun fair, which took place in August, which also doubled as a parent-teacher night, where 2 of the 3 of you attended to try and impress your fellow parents and teachers at carnival games while also checking in and seeing how your children were doing in school. All this was unfortunately cut short as an attack occurred at the fun fair, at first seeming to be the doing of some sort of nefarious extraterrestrial attack. However, as you and your carny friends, your newfound ex-con carnies, helped take down this fleet of spaceships. Upon closer inspection, you saw that they were branded with the logo of the Integra Corporation, which is a very, very much terrestrial, non-alien company that has had a presence in your humble town for some time. However, as the months passed, being the busy people that you are, both in your personal and professional lives, this soon became a distant memory, as 4 months later we now find ourselves in December. It is 1 week from Christmas. And Ian, it is on this fateful night that Theodore Telly Porter, receives a fateful phone call from his ex-wife, Vanessa. What do you think is what do you think is going on with Telly? At what state do you think he's in when he receives this call? What is he up to on a typical, uh, let's say Wednesday night?
Wednesday night. Oh, we'll see. Wednesday is frozen dinner night, which is, it's kind of nice. He treats himself a little bit as opposed to
That's
just getting
very
takeout.
sad.
He's cooking for himself, so that's really nice. He's and
You used to get one of the good frozen dinners, the ones that
yeah,
like
yeah, oh
comes
yeah,
with a
yeah,
little
like
with
with
the
the
gravy packet and everything.
whole 9 yards, like separate
Is it
things to
holiday
heat up.
themed? Is there like cranberry sauce and
Oh yeah, there's like a little brick of it claims as stuffing and like yeah. So
it is
he's
one bedroom apartment?
well, no, it is a 2 bedroom.
Okay.
He is living beyond his means so that he has space for the kids when he has them. So
Mhm.
but yeah, otherwise it is Spartan and very bachelor-esque, although he's tried his best to decorate because he knows that he gets the kids for a little bit around Christmas time. He's best effort at decorating with what he could sort of lift from work at Gritco. He is still the assistant inside sales manager, so there's cutting tools and abrasives used as decorations across his apartment.
And so it is on this fateful night as you eat your festive frozen dinner. I assume streaming old episodes of Frasier. Uh, that your phone screen lights up and you see the caller ID display the name Van.
All right, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do. I I can do this. Go for Telly.
Hey,
No, no, no.
Telly, is this a bad time? It sounds like you have people over. They sound British. They kind of sound like Kelsey Grammer.
Well, baby, the blues are calling, but that's hey, what's up, Vanessa? Is that
Hey, I just wanted to run something by you, and if this is weird, no, don't feel obligated one way or another. But for the last few months, I feel like we've been really getting this whole co-parenting thing down. Um, I think you've been doing really good with the kids. And I got to thinking, this whole two Christmases thing, it's been really hard on them. And so I don't know how you would feel about this. I don't know if you think it would be weird. Again, like don't feel like you need to say yes or anything, but do you want to join us for Christmas this year? It would take some of the logistics out of it.
and I look at my shitty ass display of industrial tools as Christmas decorations and this awful second rate tree with the 3 things I've got underneath it for the kids, and it's like, well, I'd have to rearrange some stuff, but I think, you know what? It's for the kids, right? Right? It's really for the yeah. I can put my stuff aside. Not a big deal. I think that's a great idea. I would I would love to join you for Christmas.
Okay, thanks, Telly. That would be fantastic. That's really super of you. Um, there is one minor thing though. Um, do you remember how my family does that dumb like white elephant exchange every year?
Yeah, 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 I sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do remember them not telling me about the gag gift part of it, and spent about $700 on a new phone to go into the draw. Yep. Yeah. No. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was my bad. So yeah, that's still going strong. Would it be okay if I asked you to pick something up for that? I know it's super short notice, but it doesn't have to be anything huge. And we got a $20 spending limit.
I think I can probably get under that. I'm pretty confident. And he's already eyeing up a couple of high grit sanding wheels that are kind of. Yeah, I've got some stuff that your mom would really like.
Okay, great, great. Oh, just no power tools. My parents just renovated their deck, so they've already got that all filled up. I mean, if you need something in a hurry, you can always go down to the mall. I know that they've usually got a lot of stuff on markdown this time of year.
Yeah, yeah, I'd love nothing better than going to the mall on the Wednesday before Christmas. Yep. No, that's a great idea, man. That's Vanessa. It's a great idea. I will do that. That is the thing I will do.
Okay, thanks again for doing this, Telly. I know it's kind of awkward, but I think that Reese and Claire will really appreciate this.
Oh, yes, they will. I hope so.
Okay, see you soon then.
Oh,
Happy holidays.
yeah, you too.
There's a beep as she hangs up. From there, we will fast forward to the next day. Mike,
Yeah.
your character Frank is currently, by cosmic coincidence, also heading towards the mall today. You are currently driving towards the mall with your oldest daughter, Ashley, who is sitting in the back seat with you. Today, while your wife Olivia and your other daughter Becca stay home, you and Ashley are having a bit of a daddy-daughter outing to the mall to go to the meet and greet of Ashley's latest fascination, a band that you've never heard of called Terry and the Terrys, who she is currently in rampant 9-year-old excitement trying to explain to you as the out of touch old person as much as possible.
Hmm.
No, you don't get it, Dad. Terry and the Terrys are fantastic. They're groundbreaking. They're the first ever M-pop group to ever hit the music industry.
M-pop. I am
Yeah,
familiar.
multiverse pop. You see,
Oh,
they're a superhero team slash boy band, and they're called Terry and the Terrys because every member of the band is the same guy, but from
from
a
the
different
multiverse.
universe. Yeah, so there's Terry Prime. He's the one from our universe.
Hmm.
And then there's also Cowboy Terry, Steampunk Terry, Caveman Terry, and Left-Handed Terry. He's the cute one. And they're doing this meet and greet at the mall because they're doing a tour for their Christmas album. God rest ye Terry gentlemen.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so proud of bands these days. They just warm my heart. I remember when bands were around when I was your age. All right, so how long is this meet and greet gonna take?
Well, I know they're doing an autograph session and then like a Q&A after. I think they're gonna play a song from the album too. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm pretty sure it's only $60 for an autograph. So I thought we can get one for me, one for Becca.
$60. Uh, okay. We could talk about that. Um, you're gonna be
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
ten
be
dollars. $10 goes to each Terry, and then the extra 10 goes to their manager. who's also a Terry. He's called Manager Terry.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Okay. So you would like $120 to go and get autographs from 6 of the same guy. Okay, well, why don't we just go and see how long the lineup is, and we'll gauge our ability to get signatures off of that. Does that sound good?
Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm just glad that we're spending some time together, you know? You've just been so busy, especially during the holidays, working at Heckman Condiments.
well, it gets busy in the condiment business this time of year. Everybody wants their specific things that they got to put on their weird holiday traditions.
Yeah, I thought the candy cane flavored mustard was kind of weird at first, but it's been a big hit at school. There's even a TikTok challenge um about it. Do you want to see?
Maybe.
She tries to like climb over the seat and like hold her phone in your face while you're driving.
What? Maybe we wait until I've parked. Because I would like us to arrive at the mall safely.
On
Yes,
that note,
definitely show me.
on that note, you pull in to the Rose Hill Mall parking lot, only to find that, unsurprisingly for this time of year, it is completely packed.
Lovely.
Finding a parking spot in this bedlam is going to be quite difficult. What do you do?
Well, given that one of my powers is echolocation, I feel like it would be perhaps advantageous to take advantage of that for a moment. So I will attempt.
Are you?
I will roll down my window and attempt to snap out the window. If that's how I can use my echolocation, or attempt to use my echolocation to find myself
It
a
is.
spot.
That's how you say it is. So
Just roll the window down, rift your head out, and scream real loud.
Ah!
are you trying to do this? So you're trying to do this sort of surreptitiously. You don't want to. You don't want to make it obvious that this is what you're
Well,
doing.
surely if there's a bunch of noise, this basically just functions like Daredevil vision.
Yeah. I'm try. I don't recall, Jack, if when we played before, if my family was aware of my abilities or if this was something that I had hidden from them. I can't remember. You seem to have more notes because you remembered the other daughter's name, which I had totally forgotten.
Yes, I mean my
Who
my
hasn't forgotten their
remembrance-
daughter's name every now and again?
Now and again, right?
The way that I remember it is that you were all keeping your secret identity secret. However, if it would be more, I mean, also because it kind of goes against the spirit of the game.
Mhm.
If there's like if the NPC you're going to be interacting with the most is aware, then you're not really hiding your powers very much. So
That's fair. So let's
say that she.
yeah.
I'll say that she doesn't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So you're trying to do this inconspicuously then.
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to snap a Christmas tune out the window as I'm like,
So we'll say that you're
where are we
rolling
going to park as I
to-
snap Jingle Bells?
We'll say that you're rolling to blend in. So go ahead and roll 3d6.
3d6. All right, hang on. Yeah, I forgot to remove my dice before we start here. Okay, 3d6. I'll roll some of the big ones. Let's do those 3. Okay. So am I calculating these all together? Am I taking the
Yes,
lowest?
yeah, it's additive. You roll d6 and add the result together. Typically, lower result is
Is
better.
better. Yep. This is not going to be a low
Because you're trying
result.
to use your superhuman abilities, but in a very controlled way. So you
Yep.
have to try and contain the power in your dice.
So 6 plus 5 is 11. No. Yes.
Okay.
Plus 2 is 13. So
Okay.
it's supercharged.
Mama.
So when the action is supercharged beyond your control, there are 2 super glitches. So you're going to roll 1d6 twice
Okay.
and take the results from both rolls.
Okay.
Or, sorry, no, that's incorrect. I've already made my first mistake of the night.
That's all good.
You roll 1d6 for one super glitch, and then I choose the second as GM.
Okay. So I'm rolling 1d6, and I can see the table here in front of me now. Actually,
Yes.
let me throw us over to the combat board so that everybody can see the rules. So we're in that section right here. Okay, so I'm rolling a d6, and I rolled a 6. So I unintentionally activate one or more of my specific superpowers.
So you
Oh,
accidentally
jeez.
activate something, I guess, other than.
So, Devin, my other two are invisibility and teleportation.
Neither of those are going to be good for you right now.
Nope.
No. You teleport the van into the empty spot. It's perfect.
Yeah, is that how this works? Can I teleport the whole van, or am I teleporting myself out of the van?
I think it's limited to yourself, I'll say.
Then I
And for
think,
the other super glitch, I'm going to say that you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention.
of course, it does.
So I'm going to say that when you snap your fingers to echolocate a parking space,
Uh-huh.
you accidentally create a burst of sonic energy
Okay.
that causes the immediate area, all the cars within a certain radius, all immediately begin blaring their car alarms as they're rocked by this sonic wave.
Um, am I choosing then one or more of my specific superpowers that are activated?
I'll say yes.
I think the least damaging and, well, they both suck. They're both going to make my daughter think that I'm not there. But I'll go with invisibility, because then at least I'm still in the car.
Okay.
I'm not
So
somewhere
as you
else with
accidentally
my
create
daughter in a
this
driving
sonic
vehicle.
boom with the snap of your fingers, the shock of it like causes you to just turn invisible as like a defense reflex. As people get out of their cars and begin angrily shouting at each other, trying to find the culprit of who set off all their car alarms, you quickly glance into your rear view and you see that your daughter is currently just scrolling on her phone. She hasn't even realized you've disappeared yet.
I will do my best not to draw attention to myself so she doesn't look up from her phone until I am able to reappear. Just
Boy, it
keep
sure is
looking.
noisy out today.
Yeah, there's somebody out that back corner there that I think they made a bunch of noise, and that was that, like, I think it was like a couple cars crashed together.
Way over there.
Yeah, way over behind us. I saw it in the rearview mirror. You should turn around and look at that. Tell me if I'm right.
Oh, she immediately turns on the video recording of her phone and then just starts going around the rear window trying to capture it.
What do you see, honey? What do you see?
Just a lot of people angry and yelling. I think two mall Santas are getting into a fist fight.
Oh, well, that's Christmas. Hey, look, a parking spot.
Um, Thankfully now that you've had a super glitch, you will not ever have this level of difficulty finding a parking space with your powers again.
Yes.
You have gained experience.
Experience in finding parking spot. Man, using my powers for good.
Devin,
Yeah.
this seems like a good time to introduce your character.
Yes.
Tell us who they are, what their
Is this a
alter
separate
ego
this
is.
is a separate location, or are we all going to be in the same location?
If you can write your way into the mall, that would be preferable.
Can do.
But
Snow falls on a back road somewhere. It's really peaceful. A bird settles down on a branch. It's a winter bird, obviously, not a spring bird. This is a little bit of a thing as a Ford F-150 careens across the road with loud country music blaring. But this is not your ordinary country music. This is a fusion remix of country and Russian rap.
this is like a custom remix.
Yeah. As the Ford F-150 continues down the road, strapped to its back is a massive pine tree that looks to have been cut down with some hefty axe blows, which then cuts to an interior of the cab where you see a very large, hairy hand kind of just gently patting the grip of a huge hand axe, like woodcutter's axe, as the music blares quite loudly. And the man driving this Ford F-150, very long hair, huge beard, tufty eyebrows kind of just glaring out ahead, trucker cap covering to keep the hair out of his face as the windows roll down just a little bit to get some of the snow and the cold air flying through. And he just kind of adjusts the rear view mirror, and as that does adjust, you see in the back are just so many cats.
The cat dad, we're branching out.
We're branching out. I'm taking a spin on the concept. Oh, don't worry, my lovelies. We shall be there soon. Then I will get paid, and you shall have all the Christmas milk, and maybe a bit of eggnog I'll throw in. You have been quite good this year. And the truck will pull into the loading dock of the mall, where I will then disembark to keeping the truck on and the heat blaring to ensure that my cats are not cold in the cab. And I'll make my way up, beginning to kind of unstrap the tree. And of course, this large tree is designed to go in the center, be the centerpiece of the mall's, large ornamentational, decorative ensemble.
That was an
I guess
incredible introduction.
Say,
We do
Devin?
need your character's name, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So awaiting will be probably one of the utility folks of the mall, just kind of with a clipboard ready to go. We'll see him kind of look down at the clipboard, and this large tree, hand delivered by Mishka.
Mishka.
No surname. He's like
Doesn't
Cher.
need one.
He's like Cher.
Whoa.
Or Adele.
As this bleary-eyed mall employee holds out a clipboard for you to sign, Mishka, you see out of the corner of your eye.
He holds the clipboard out and then realizes he's staring at two pecs, so then has to look up.
I think you just reflexively just wiggle one when they're at eye level.
Two pecs encased in the most flannelest flannel that ever flanneled. Flannel that would
flannel.
make Wolverine jealous.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
this
flannel.
guy. This is an aspirational character. This...
This is who Wolverine wishes he was.
That's right.
And as you're signing for the delivery of the tree, Mishka, out of the corner of your eye, you see an electronics store on this floor of the mall, and in it, you watch as two employees of this store seem to be struggling to lift and carry a ludicrously huge OLED television that they're currently trying to lift up into their display window, but their spindly, scrawny teenager arms seem unable to be up to the task.
Pardon, receiver man. I shall return post this once I help yonder teenagers with problem. I see TV could use some strong arms, and I am strong man, so you can inspect 3. Please leave kitties alone. Do not open cab. Some of them are violent and will defend themselves. And the last thing you need is cat scratches on your face in this cold weather. If, however, you do, the polysporin is in the front pouch.
The employee looks past you, and I imagine just peering out of the back window, one of the cats just is holding a switchblade. Just... what a salad bar of a character. I love it.
One shots
All
are
right.
great, man.
So you're gonna go help these two store employees in distress?
Sure, why not? There is trouble at hand, and I shall solve, because you see a need, and you fulfill that need. This is the way of things.
Now,
This is how you be This is not how you just be hero, but how you be superhero. You got to go extra mile.
Now, in Supernormal, all characters do have super strength as one of their default abilities. So
That's right.
I don't need to ask you if this is appropriate for your skill set. I will say, are you trying to blend in this instance, or
I
is this more
feel
of a
like
showy
this
off?
is teetering more on the show off.
Okay. In that case, you will only need to roll 2d6.
It is kind of interesting because it's like on the one hand, if you were a scrawny teenager and a like 6'8" Russian woodcutter just came over and one-handed the TV, you probably wouldn't question that.
Yeah, like that has some like plausible deniability.
You'd just be like, "Wow, I need to get to the gym." So that's 2d6. We're looking at a
2d6,
6.
Okay. There is a super glitch on a 6, unfortunately. But now
All
you'll
right,
gain
so I
experience
gotta-
in lifting TVs.
I gotta roll a d6. Well, I don't do that very often. I mostly deal in trees. It's a very busy time of year. You perform
So
the action
3
in a way that draws unwanted attention. Okay.
I guess my question would be, what would unwanted attention for
Ooh.
Mishka look like?
That's a good question.
Well, let's see. He goes to, I think if he would go to lift the TV, he would of course try to make it look somewhat realistic, both hands, just allow me, my young gentlefolk, and just, make it look as if it's this big effort, but realistically it's like lifting the
Yeah.
keyboard, like it's nothing. And I think he kind of misjudges the weight ever so slightly. Like he's like, oh, this is fine, but even for the super strength, it's still like, oh yeah, this is actually quite a heavy piece of equipment. And he lifts it. I think he lifts it like he goes to compensate and lifts it all the way up, and it slams up into the traffic counter, and maybe sets off like an alarm or something like that.
As mall cops begin rushing to the store to see what's happening. As the employees try to explain the situation.
Pardon. This is my bad. I sometimes I forget my own strength. I am used to carting trees, not TVs. Although there is some similarity, I suppose. You can put 3 on TV.
One of the
You can
employees
put
is like,
TV
yeah.
on 3.
I mean, I'm always saying the TVs are like the trees of the forest, man.
You perhaps need to go back to school. Now remember to stay in there where you belong.
Yes, sir. Will you adopt me?
I only adopt things with fur. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go sign for 3 and to begin preparation to bring it into mall.
On your way out, you do pass by a display stand, which is currently displaying several small thermos-shaped objects all sitting around on this display. It seems to be sort of like a really big. It seems to be a really big, draw point of the store. There's a bunch of signage everywhere, and they're advertising this product that they are calling the Beacon, which is apparently the latest product available by the Integra Corporation.
Okay.
Bruh.
Beacon. I always am surprised by things that people find interesting in these places. Why enjoy new products? Trees been around since start of Earth and still interesting.
One of the employees kind of peeks out from behind your enormous bulk and says, "Oh, are you interested in getting one of those?" Yeah, the Beacon is really cool. It's the latest in home personal assistant technology. Check this out. Hey Beacon, play some Christmas music. As the beacon lights up, you see a little screen open up on the side of the cylinder with 2 cute little LED eyes and a little pixelated smiley face. Say, "Okay, now playing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You." No, play literally any other Christmas song than that.
It is so adorable.
Very well. Playing Santa Buddy by Michael Bublé.
Can you put it in fursuit?
I mean, you could.
This would be
I
good
guess
to
it could probably
keep.
fit in like a wine
this-
koozie.
This should be good to keep Pet Bear satisfied at home when I have to leave.
Is Bear the name of one of your cats?
Sure. Him and the raccoon tend to get into arguments when I'm not around to mediate, so perhaps would be good to keep them entertained. I think about it. It is interesting, but I currently have work to do.
All right. Well, thanks for the help again, man. Happy holidays.
Yes, of course. May the trees bless you with their lights and ornaments and such.
And as you leave the store, I think the camera
It
pans
smells
across, and entering the mall, we see Telly once again. Telly, as you walk into the store, you see a mall Santa currently ringing a bell near the entrance with a little collection plate for a local charity cause. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! And as you walk into the store, he stops mid bell ring and looks over at you and says, "Telly, is that you?" As he comes
Yeah.
shuffling over.
Yeah, it's who I'm like digging through my pockets looking for like change or anything. It's like I come up with a handful of washers. Like, no, I can't. No,
No,
what?
it's cool, man. I'm not looking for a handout. Check it. He pulls down the beard. It's me, Leonard.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, hey, Lenny.
Bring it in, man. I haven't seen you since the summer. He pulls you in for a big bear hug. Ah, it's so good to see you again, man.
That
Yeah,
is no
no,
bear
it's
hug.
this is fan. Small world, eh? Small world.
Yeah. Oh, man. How you holding up? Ever since that alien attack back in August, I, just want to make sure you're doing all right. But you haven't accepted any of my friend requests on social media or anything.
Yeah, my phone. Actually, that's one of the reasons I'm here. I'm looking for a new phone. My phone's been on the kind of the fritz. Anyway, and hey, fun fact. Vanessa called me the other day.
Oh yeah, Van
Van-
told me you're coming to Christmas this year, right?
Yes.
Oh
as you're
man,
cool
that
with
is
it.
that is so dope, man. It's like we have the whole family together. This is so great. Oh, she told you about the white elephant thing that her parents do, right?
Oh, I know all about that. That's why I'm here.
Oh man, that is so fun. I was there when she did it last year, the last Christmas. It was so great. I got like those things that you put on the back of your truck, the things that are shaped like a, well, I mean, I shouldn't say here they're a children present, but what a boot, What a goofy gift. I don't even have a truck. I don't drive. This is so crazy. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
good to
just
see you
thinking.
again, man. Hey, I'll save you a seat at the table. I'll save you a turn. We'll do the wishbone, the thing where yeah?
Yeah, because we're friends now. That's right.
We are, yeah. We both dated the same woman. That means that we're like basically brothers, right?
Yeah, we sure are, buddy. We sure are. Anyway.
All right. Take it easy, man. God bless. It was great to see you again.
Boy, I really wish I had some impressive amount of money to put into that. But it's really a pocket full of washers, and it's all I've got on. It's like, all right, I'll see you at Christmas, and then
Happy holidays, man.
Yeah, I'm gone. Easy. So it's one of those things where I know it's supposed to be a gag gift, and it really wants to sort of get into the spirit of the thing. But ever since the divorce, like even before the divorce, never really got along with her family that well anyway. And ever since, they've been super catty and just generally just unpleasant. Mm-hmm. Whatever interactions we've had. So I'm vacillating between am I gonna just go gung-ho in the spirit of the thing, or am I gonna go to super petty? It's like, hmm. And it's a tough call. And so I'm here, and basically writ on my face are the emotions of someone torn and no idea what I want to buy, and just waiting for someone to shove something in my face that will
Mhm.
definitely be the thing that I want to buy.
As you walk into the mall,
I wonder
you
what
find
that might be.
you find that there is a massive throng. There's just wall to wall people packed in like sardines. It's impossible to even see what stores are open, let alone actually get into them. It's such just a massive congested chaos. Um, if you want to get a lay of the land, you might need to get a little bit creative in order to navigate this enormous crowd.
All right. Real fast, then I will sort of um, get myself nicely nestled into the crowd where there's no one moving, and sort of set myself up so that I can quickly just jaunt about 15 feet up in the air to do a little scouting. So I'm going to try and astral project myself just enough to get a bird's eye view to see where the hell I need to go.
Okay. Are you trying to do this in a inconspicuous way?
Absolutely. Here I go, trying to
Okay.
blend in.
Here I go again.
It didn't roll. Why didn't it roll?
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, here.
You have this whole fancy macro and everything.
I made the fancy macro there. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Okay.
We are on fire tonight.
The macro.
Yeah.
So there is a super glitch.
All right.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Let's see if the glitch roll. No?
Nope.
Don't roll that either. I got it. Anywho, all that. Oh, good.
You
did another of
We
my-
all did the same thing.
activate one or more of your superpowers.
One or more of my specific powers. Let's see. All right, so here's what's going to happen. So I do successfully astral project myself 15 feet up into the air, get a good view of where I needed to go, and my teleportation power kicks in and jaunts my body up to where I had astral projected. So now I am 15
Your
feet
body
above
just
the
sort of
ground.
slingshots after your astral consciousness.
Yes. And so now I sort of get to plummet down and crowd surf my way through
As you do, like you're just unceremoniously dumped into a patch of fake bushes that have been spray painted white in Santa's village. As a woman shouts, "Hey, no cuts in line!" As you're just flung unceremoniously,
crunch, crash,
no
smash.
powder crusting your hair.
Did I at least get a good look at where I want to go?
As you get up, you see that you are standing outside of Vermilion, the largest bookstore chain in the country. And yeah, it appears to be open. It appears to be in the middle of the holiday season, but of course, being a bookstore, it's not so crowded as to being unable for you to muscle your way in.
All right, let's get in there. Maybe I can find some, I don't know, some kitschy cookbook or so. I don't know. Oh, see what I can find.
As you walk in, you do see a display store, a display at the front, where the latest in like celebrity autobiographies and things are. Among them, you do see "Hit the Bricks," which appears to be a autobiography written by your old former nemesis, Brickfist.
Grab that, sort of give it a little toss. Read the dust jacket. What's old Brickfist been up to? He didn't say anything about writing a book. What the hell? I didn't know this guy could
The subtitle
read.
is "From Criminal to Carney" and everything in between. And it's a picture of him, black and white, and he's like holding a hand up to his chin, like he's trying to like stroke his chin thoughtfully, but because his fist is literally a concrete brick, it's just like
Striking a
I
thinking
mean,
man.
good on the guy for trying to come to go straight. No, but woof. He'd talk to his ghostwriter.
mhm. As you set it down, another autobiography next to it you see is a book titled Beacon of Hope: How One Man Changed the Robotics Industry Forever. It is not an autobiography, but it seems to be a biography written in honor of one Rashid Integra. And on the cover of the book, you see a man sitting behind a desk, wearing a very casual-looking leather jacket, his hair tied back in a dark ponytail. And it appears that the photo was taken semi-candidly, as mid camera flash, you see that he appears to be holding a large mug of tea, and he seems to be like actively spilling it in his lap as this photo was taken. So not the most flattering photo, although reading the inside of the jacket, it does seem as though it is a very earnestly written piece about the former CEO and founder of the Integra Corporation, with a foreword by the current CEO and his successor, one Mr. Richard Head.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, is it going to come in under the $20 limit, or is it this hardcover new release kind of stuff going on?
It's one of Heather's picks, so it's currently marked down for the holidays.
Nice, sweet.
That is a joke that will only make sense to a certain demographic of our viewers.
It's people who actually still go into physical bookstores.
And specifically in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know if Barnes & Noble has a Heather's Picks equivalent.
I'm sure they got
They
it.
probably have something like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, at the very least, they have like staff picks, I'm sure.
Sure, we'll
Sound
give this
off. Sound off in the chat if there's what the staff picks of Barnes & Noble are
Get in the
like.
comments.
Please give us engagement.
This sounds great. This is perfect. It's inoffensive, and if it ends up back with me, I would not. You know what? While I'm in line, I'm gonna start paging through it anyway. So the tacky part of the White Elephant Gift is gonna be a book that I've already read. So
You're speed running the regifting process.
yes.
And as you read and make your way towards the checkout line, let's jump back to Frank. So Frank, you currently find yourself in a very similar situation that Telly was just in. There is a large crowd of people. Somewhere at the front of this line, there is the table where Terry and the Terrys are currently having their doing their panel. However, being so far back, you are both out of eyesight and out of earshot. And you can tell that your daughter is getting increasingly distressed as she's tugging on your shirt sleeve, being like, I can't see anything. It's like we came all this way for nothing. What are we going to do?
This is giving me flashbacks to when Justin Bieber came back to that local mall a couple of years ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, honey. The very first thing that we're going to do is you're going to get up on my shoulders so you can see over top of this crazy crowd. Frank will pick up his daughter.
She climbs up. I imagine this is a rehearsed gesture.
Oh, yeah.
For you.
We've done this before. Yeah. And then while she's climbing up, pushing through the crowd, trying to get a look over top myself, is there like an upper floor to this mall?
Yeah, there's like a second story with this sort of like balcony that kind of like overlooks. Like, if you ever been to like the Eaton Center in Toronto, it's kind of arranged like that.
Do I get the sense that there is a line, or is this a mob descending on a single table with 5 Terrys
It
around
looks like
it?
it was like a line at one point. The autographs haven't officially started yet. They're still doing like their panel, and there's rumors of a performance happening. So it's more of just sort of an excited crowd.
Hmm.
A lot of like you, a lot of fathers with their daughters that are here just looking kind of baffled and confused and not really understanding the appeal of this of this
Anybody,
strange
anybody
multiversal
remember
boy
Limp
band.
Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit.
Fred Durst just surfing on a plank of wood like
Yeah.
Woodstock 99.
Oh man. Okay. So she's up on the shoulders. I don't know. Are there stairs that go upstairs that I can see?
There's escalators.
I think we'll start by heading up that way. So we're gonna make our way over towards the escalators.
Okay.
And I think while I'm heading over there, knowing that we're getting close to the Christmas season, knowing the situation that Telly is in, not aware of the Christmas party, I think as he's making his way over, Frank is shooting a quick text to Telly. Hey, buddy, what you up to today? And find an escalator and start riding to the top. So if nothing else, my daughter can get a better look down onto the Terrys and see if there's a means that I can exploit to get her in closer.
I will text back. There is way more than fits in a text going on today. I'm at the mall. Question mark, exclamation point.
I think Frank will text back. The mall? Perfect.
No
I-
way.
I-
You'll never guess where I am.
I am here as well. If you can make your way towards the screaming teenagers, maybe we could get a coffee while my daughter tries to get an autograph.
All caps, yes, period. Send.
Shouldn't there be like the hand raising or something emoji in there? An ellipses.
A really ill-fitting office gif.
Yeah.
Or is it GIF? Craig would tell us if you were here. As you're trying to get to the escalator, all the people crowding around continue to seem more congested as they're just shoulder to shoulder, bumping you around. It seems like it's like trying to get through a mosh pit. There's just so many people. Your daughter's like swaying around, like trying to like get a photo on her phone, having no luck, and it's looking like you're just getting increasingly boxed in.
Oh, now Telly's rolls are working.
Sorry, I fixed my macro. I'm very happy.
Oh, perfect. So, Frank, what will you do to get you and your daughter out of this situation?
Well, invisibility will only affect me. Will teleportation have any effect on her?
You know what? I'll say that we'll do like dimension door rules. Like you can take a passenger with you as you teleport.
Well, I think maybe as Frank is getting closer to the escalator, he'll take a peek over towards the table of Terry's and perhaps witness an opening. And
All right.
in that moment, he'd be like, "Hey, Ashley, could you look something up real quick for me? Could you just
Yeah,
look?
sure thing.
Could you just look up? Could you look up your favorite Terry's song, and could you just play it as loud as possible for a second?"
Oh,
Let's-
that's easy. I've got a whole playlist. Hang on. Let me cue it up.
And as she presses play, Frank is going to attempt to with the distraction of sound, teleport the two of us to
Okay.
the opening that I saw near the table.
All right. Are you trying to do this to blend in? Is that right?
To a degree. Fully aware that I will disappear, but we're in a mob. So,
Yeah. It's easy to get lost in the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll 3d6.
3d6.
As long as your
None of the
teleportation
attention's on
doesn't
you
have
anyway. They're all
like,
looking at the stage.
as long as your teleportation doesn't have like weird like nightcrawler smoke or the explosion, the sonic boom of all the air immediately filling the space that you just left behind.
A trail
Nah,
of
this-
flames.
This is like Avengers current Marvel movie teleportation. It just happens. All right. That's a 4 and a
Old school
5.
camera trick.
Yeah. 4 and a 5, so 9 plus 2 is still 11.
Okay.
So
there
I
is
needed
a
a high
super
five anyway.
glitch.
Yep. So just a normal super glitch though, right? So
Yeah,
only
you kept
one.
it to single glitch
Yes.
now. That's
Just
way
a
better.
single super glitch.
I'm slowly working my
which I'm
superpowers
adding
back.
to our tally. We're up to 4 super glitches.
Does that come into play later?
Maybe we'll see.
Ooh, okay.
Wink.
All right. Wink. So D6, I rolled a 5.
Audible wink.
So you perform the action in a way that inconveniences others. Well, that works because I'm teleporting my daughter to the front of a line. So I think it bumps somebody back.
I think that somebody.
gaslighting.
I think that the sudden disappearance of a person in this crowd causes someone to stumble back and then bump into another guy behind him, and this causes a chain reaction as all of these dads just begin dominoing themselves through the crowd as their many daughters watch on in confused bewilderment.
I think at that moment, to attempt to mitigate the potential riot that I've just started, I'm going to tell Ashley, hey, now that song's playing, let's get it. Like, come on, we're at a Terry signing. Everybody should be singing this song. Why don't you start singing?
Yeah,
See if we can
okay.
get like a carol sing going on with a Terry song.
Wave. She holds up her phone and starts blaring the music as everyone starts applauding and cheering along. As you see this beleaguered panel moderator being like, okay, let's keep it down, everybody, so we can hear. Meanwhile, you look and see all the mall cops rolling in on their segways to address the 50 dad pileup that is currently occurring. Now, as the moderator tries to get control of the crowd, he's like, okay. So, anyway, we were just talking about how your band came together. Is that right? And you see one of them, the one that he's wearing a festive sweater that has the words Terry Prime embroidered in it, identifying him as the main Terry. He's like, yeah, that's totally correct. The way that our band came together was actually really cool because I always wanted to form a band with 4 people that were just like me. And so I was actually able to do that with the help of some of my friends in the Integra Corporation. You see, in addition to inventing multiversal travel, they also managed to invent a locator that was locked onto my exact genetic signature so that I can find myself in every single universe. And the moderator steeples his fingers and says, now, in finding yourself, did you also find yourself? I think I did, yeah. This has been a great experience for me. Getting to know all these different versions of me has kind of just helped the real me shine through, you know? Isn't that right? Other Terrys. And then you see Cowboy Terry say, yeah! And Caveman Terry lifts up his club and hoots. Steampunk Terry says, yes, indubitably. And left-handed Terry just looks into the crowd and holds up his left hand. He's like, I really don't know what to do here. I don't have a catchphrase. I'm just left-handed. Everyone erupts into cheers. We love you, left-handed Terry!
Oh. I'm trying to think about which one would my daughter's favorite have been. Probably Cowboy Terry.
So while this is happening, Telly, you were trying to reconvene with meet up with Frank, spot him out of the crowd potentially. Is that right?
Yeah, I will swing by a coffee kiosk and grab a couple of brews on my way through. Seeing the madhouse it is, it's like, all right, If nothing else, we'll both have 2 coffees. So
Okay. As you stand again overlooking the crowd, you think you see Frank's daughter, who you would recognize because she is good friends with your own daughter, Claire. And that kind of gives you a point to lock onto. But again, there is
oh
still
no,
just a
no, no.
massive.
I hate to correct you, but Claire is friends with his Becca, who's the one at home.
Oh, that's right.
But you would
Reese
still know
is-
who Ashley is.
That's correct.
Ashley
Yes,
is
you would
probably
still
one that
recommend.
my
You would still
son has a
recognize.
crush on.
Ah.
So you would still, because your families associate so
Yep.
frequently, you would still
exactly.
identify.
It's like, oh damn, because
Yes.
she's a year older.
What is
He's
your son's
11,
name that
she's
I need to
12.
be careful of?
Reese. Reese.
Reese.
Okay. So yeah, you spot them over at the far end. They are going to be a bit difficult to reach again, though, just because of how congested this mall plaza is.
I mean, I've done it once already. Surely I'm going to do my my standard trick. I will astral project myself across the crowd and then teleport my body to where I've astral projected to. That is my John. That is my thing. That is why I am Jaunt. So, but again, this is not showing off. This is me trying to do this surreptitiously and not get picked up by the crowd. So here goes a nice 3d6 roll. And the macro works with a 13.
Oh my god. Okay, so 2 super
We all
glitches.
suck.
One of your choosing, one of my choosing.
All right. Well, I get to roll to see what goes on.
We're all just far too super. Ooh, something
Yeah,
different.
not enough normal.
So I
So you perform the action
with
with
an
an.
unexpected level of force.
And I will say that you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention, which I will elaborate on after you tell me what your super glitch of choosing
So-
is.
It's often an issue doing these astral jaunts, dealing with momentum. So I will arrive on the scene and I will like hit hard and basically that teleportation, like it sucks the air up from where I was. It blasts me into where I'm going and I arrive with a pop, like an audible, like almost palpable. You could feel me arrive on the scene while holding
and
2
so,
coffees, just to set this up for you completely.
And so I will say that you perform the action in a way that draws unwanted attention. As you teleport, there is a power surge. All the Christmas lights hanging up throughout the place flicker and briefly go out. And when they come back on, you see that you have teleported to the wrong location. Rather than teleporting next to your friend Frank, you suddenly find yourself half hanging on the main stage where the panel is currently taking place. As you look up into the aghast face of left-handed Terry as he looks down at you and says, we've got a situation here. Security.
Coffee?
Mishka. As you are making your way back to the car, as you're Ford F-150, I should clarify.
I was about to say, how dare you?
You see the surge of power as all the power in the mall briefly cuts out and then goes back on. And as the lights come back on, you see multiple mall security personnel running past you, all swarming towards the stage.
This looks like it might be a job for Grizzly Man.
Is that your superhero name?
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
Frank, you watch as Telly inadvertently teleports himself onto the main stage as security guards begin pushing their way through the crowd, parting them with ease due to their uniforms immediately causing people to keep a wide berth from them as they all begin converging on the stage towards Telly. Ashley looks down at you, sort of embarrassed, and says, That's Reese Sinclair's dad up there, isn't he? I mean, if you
Yeah.
wanted an autograph that bad, he should have waited in line like everyone else.
You're the
No,
perfect cast.
You know, I did text him. We were going to meet up. I wonder. I wonder if maybe somebody pushed him. Somebody pushed him from that top floor. And I will
Are
try
you
to.
trying to like
I will
rally
try
the
to. Yeah.
crowd?
Yeah. I saw it. Somebody pushed him from that top floor.
If you're close enough for me to hear, I will definitely pick up on that. And it's like, and I'll sort of gesture vaguely in a direction up in the gallery. It's like,
What's the
Terry.
proximity of all of this happening from like where I am?
Well, you were the treat that you were delivering was definitely going like near the central sort of area of the mall's sort of main plaza, which is also where this panel is taking place. Therefore, I would say that you are close enough to see the stage, see Telly, and all the security guards converging towards him, and also you would probably know more than most that this power surge was definitely the cause of a misuse of superpowers in some way, shape, or form.
Squeaky wheel gets the kick. Let us investigate this, I think. How like I'm assuming a lot of people are paying attention to all of that and not necessarily to me.
Yeah. All the eyes are currently on the stage where this outbreak has happened. A lot of people have their phones out. A lot of people are filming it. Yeah, definitely not Telly's proudest moment.
I am going to be super.
Ooh.
And I am going to shapeshift
Ooh.
into a bird.
You're just saying to a bear, and I'm like, how does that help?
No, into a tiny bird, so that a winter bird, of course, so that I can fly over a much faster way and see what's going on.
All right, roll me 1d6 to be super. And there is a super glitch because you rolled a 6.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another d6.
1.
Okay, you perform the action
with an unexpected level of force.
Would an unexpected level of force, maybe you don't turn into exactly the species of bird that you wanted to?
I am a bird now.
Giant rock.
Yeah, you turn into a majestic wide wingspan
There are
eagle.
2 ways to go about this. I'm either turning into a giant eagle or a cassowary. I think
I'll let you choose which one.
I mean, I am going for flight here, so I think we'll go with giant eagle soaring through the top of the mall.
You're just casting a shadow over the crowd as they all look up and just see you. Okay, what will you do with your eagle form?
Well, flying over the crowd and kind of seeing, kind of take in what's going on, realize I need to not be where I am right now. I'm going to try to, I guess, look for an alcove or something that I can dive towards and then not be a bird anymore.
Okay. You see,
So is there like like an above stage?
Yeah,
or something.
I mean, there's sort of the second floor balcony. Yeah,
like that. Like just
maybe there's like
sight.
a big stack of like cardboard boxes wrapped up to look like Christmas presents as part of like a Santa's Village display. Maybe you fly in there and use that as
somewhere enclosed, so that I'm assuming there's cameras, so somewhere enclosed where it's not going to be like weird.
Yeah. People do see the bird fly overhead, however, and while they don't.
Quick point of order. As I'm flying overhead, do I happen to see a pet shop?
Oh, that could work. Yeah, like a pet supply store, maybe. With
let's go there. Let's go there.
Okay.
That seems to make the most sense.
As Frank is trying to get the crowd to insist that he was pushed, one of the security guards closest to the table says, "I mean, that makes some amount of sense. Obviously, we didn't see him approach." Um, and for backstage, manager Terry is like, "I don't care. Just get him and get them out of here. We can question him later."
Happy to use the distraction to sort of roll off the stage and just sort of try and lose myself in the crowd as quickly as possible.
They are still trying to converge towards you, but trying to sift through a sea of people who are now more confused than fearful. It's becoming a little bit more difficult. So there is you are gaining a bit of a lead, but you can see that some have circled around and they're trying to cut you off at the pass. But now, well concealed in the throng of the crowd, you are hidden and given the opportunity to be sneaky with your powers if you choose to do so.
Not quite time to go completely all out, but if I can, actually, I probably would have seen the big bird go into the pet store. It's like, that seems like a great spot. There'll be plenty of stuff going on. I'm going to try and teleport myself to that pet store.
Okay.
Oh boy. So
is blending in, or is this more of like a showing off?
This is a blending in. Now, is this going to count as something similar to what I just did, trying to skip across the crowd, where I have experience in this now?
Ah,
that is true. Yeah, no, I would allow that.
Awesome. Because I already glitched on this once, so it's going to work this time as intended.
Because you have experience in this, you get to roll twice and then pick your result.
Pick my result. All right.
nice.
So I'm still trying to blend in. Still going to be rolling 3, but I roll
Specifically pick
9
the lower result, but yeah.
or 10. Well, I guess they're both the same.
Do you want a super glitch or a super glitch?
I think I'll go with the super glitch, Bob.
Good call. Good call.
Is that your final answer? Okay.
And on my glitch, I roll
4.
4.
So you perform the action in a way that causes unintended destruction.
Ooh.
That's super easy. So I was in sort of, everything's got Christmas decorations around. There was a display near this. Basically, when I teleport, I bring decorations that were nearby with me. So I tear apart the display and it sort of arrives in the pet store with me with a bunch of like Christmas wrapped cardboard boxes and everything just sort of tumbling around me.
You have a little like ribbon, like one of those little stick-on bows just on your head.
Yep, exactly. But I'm out of the crowd, and hopefully the people in the store won't connect.
As you teleport, you drop your shopping bag, and out of it slides out the copy of Beacon of Hope, this biography. And as you pick it up, you briefly open up and notice that apparently in all the confusion, it was autographed by Caveman Terry. Not sure when that occurred.
I mean, he's got surprisingly good penmanship for a caveman. Like, I gotta say.
His signature is actually just a picture of a mammoth. Like a cave painting.
but it's artfully done. Like I know whose signature that is. Just that's impressive.
So you see, that
right.
is when I was talking to Little, that's what I called him, and I was telling him that no, the milk is perfectly fine at 2%. You're a cat, you're fine, you'll deal with it. You understand, of course, being one of your own kind. But anyway, Mishka is just talking to the cats.
And as you see this mysterious person that rushed the stage suddenly teleport in, covered in holiday accoutrement.
Ah, you were a stage runner, yes? You like the boy bands.
I'm just trying to meet up with my buddy for coffee. I promise I wasn't not trying to cause any trouble here. I swear to God.
No, it doesn't matter whether you try or not. You have now done it.
Just trying to get in and out. Something for family Christmas. One last gift, right?
You know what make good gift?
What's that, friend?
A cat.
Cat.
Hard
Very
to
low
wrap.
maintenance.
I mean,
What you do is you buy a nice house out in out in woods. You turn entire room into sandbox, and then you get the industrial sized shovel machine, and then you just automate the whole thing.
well, if you're into industrial machinery, I could definitely hook you up with some cutting tools and abrasives. Like we can definitely talk here. But
I do enjoy cutting tools.
Oh well. Have you tried this? You know, are you a bandsaw guy, and then start going into the
I do axe.
axes?
As this conversation is happening, we zoom out and transition from this scene to the same scene now being played on the video feed of the security camera within the pet store. As we zoom out further, we see that the security guard that would normally be monitoring this setup is currently slumped over in his chair with a dart sticking out of his neck.
Ooh.
As
Is there
sitting
anyone
behind him-
manning the actual store?
Oh, the pet store?
There's one employee who's currently checking in the back for the 2% milk that you requested.
Not good. Yes, good. This cat will soon be mine.
And watching this video feed, we see a mysterious figure in a suit speaking into a phone as he says, "That's right, I think it's them, sir. I know. It's like they just landed right in our laps. All right.
Like a cat.
With your consent, I will begin phase 2. As we see from his POV, he moves his phone away from his face, hangs up, opens up a mysterious application on his phone, and scrolls down to a button that says, "Release all Terrys." And that is where we will take our break.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
The only terriers I care about are Yorkshire Terriers.
Because they look like cats.
So back in 5, back in 10, what's the plan?
Back in 8, we'll split the difference.
Okay.
Very good.
7.5.
7.5.
This is possibly the strangest one shot I've ever run.
That's not true.
We're only half done. We're only halfway.
Can you think of a stranger one?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Say, just wait till Mishka starts naming the cats. Then it's going to get real weird.
Oh, yes.
Right.
All
This
right.
one
Okay.
is Buttercup. This one is Whiskers.
I'll be right back.
This one is Softpaw.
Break
This one
time.
is Furry.
Another masterful countdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just great at counting us in.
Well-oiled machine,
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell you.
Only been doing it like 2 years now.
All right.
This might be why, on like actual productions, they have a director and a cameraman. Like, I'm just saying.
hmm
Yeah.
Not to mention an assistant director. Tell
I'm
everyone
sure
to
you
be
can fill us in
quiet.
on all the various roles.
So if you want to
Anyway,
see that kind of production quality here at Elderbrain, why not give us a support on Twitch? Throw us a sub. Use your Amazon
Yeah.
Prime subscription. And maybe we can hire a director, so it doesn't have to be me.
Or you can be hired as the director.
Oh, I'll be hired.
become a member on Patreon. We do have a Patreon, right?
Right?
I have no idea.
I'm not
If
sure.
we get a Patreon,
Yeah.
we'll tell you, and you can become a member.
Is there a director tier? Is that the?
If you pay us enough, you'll become the director.
Mhm. I think that's a producer title, isn't it? So-
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can be our executive producer.
Yes.
Anywho,
Right. So after the eagle flew into the pet store, and then Telly teleported in as well. What are you up to, Frank? You and your daughter.
I think Frank is maybe. Well, let's see. Telly teleported in. Living up to his name. Frank tried to draw attention to somebody pushing him off, and I think so that the Terrys aren't signing autographs yet, right? They're still just having this interview.
Yes, that's correct.
And my daughter's way too young to be left in a crowd like this. She's familiar with Telly. I think at this point, to figure out what's going on, I mean, Frank has a good idea of what's happened, but to just figure out where Telly landed, I think Frank will shoot a text message quickly to Telly. Hey, buddy. All good? Where'd you go?
followed that bird.
You know, it is very rude to text on your phone when engaging in conversation with another human being.
It was very rude of you to interrupt my rendezvous with my friend by being a big bird. To just
This is fair point.
calm your jets for a second there, big fella. A large Russian man was a bird. Now in pet store. WTF question mark, and then oddball emoji, like sent.
Okay.
That was art.
I think with that text, Frank will probably tap his daughter on the leg because she's still on top of his shoulders. Hey, sweetie, it doesn't look like the Terrys are taking autographs right now. I know that we're at the front of the line, but I think we need to come back at another time when they're done this interview. I'll tell you what. How about we make a bad decision and go and take a look at a puppy?
Oh, well, I do like puppies. All right, Dad, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll take it.
All right, let's try to meander our way upstairs. I think I think there's a pet store up there.
Okay.
And Frank will try to regularly walk his way back towards the escalator.
At that moment, you see another security guard round the corner, interposing himself between you and the escalator. But you realize that this isn't any ordinary security guard. You take a look at the stage and then double back at this mall cop and realize that security guard is Terry. You look up and you see several more Terrys all converging around the pet store on the upper floor. Terrys dressed in elf uniforms, but also various other Terrys appear to be funneling into the mall. Ninja Terrys, pirate Terrys, Terrys of all different shapes, sizes, and costumes, but all unmistakably Terry. And as this occurs, you see the lights in the mall suddenly dim as the festive holiday music abruptly cuts out as a garbled, distorted voice on the PA system says, "Hello, superheroes. You may have thwarted our plans back in August, but all that served to do was simply draw our attention. My superior has taken a very vested interest in the lot of you, and we'd like to see just what you're capable of. A mall full of hostages on the line. It seems only fitting, after all. People do say that Die Hard is also a Christmas movie. Catch me if you can. Ho, ho, ho."
Is he really going to do a Die Hard?
Doing it
Um,
a Die Hard. Bastard. There's nothing sacred.
At that point, the store employee comes out from the back room. Is like, "Hey, so I checked the fridge in the break room. We actually did have some 2% milk." As he says this, suddenly a Terry swings in on a rope, dressed in a pirate's tricorn hat, brandishing a cutlass at you. And at the sight of this, the store employee gives a yelp and then immediately rushes back into the break room.
It's for the best. That was cow milk anyway. Cats can't have that. All right, what's going on? That's a pirate.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So Telly is going to run into the back room
Okay.
so that Jaunt can come out.
Ah.
I need to stash my
old-
body somewhere safe, and this break room seems like a good enough spot. So I'm going to flake out on the couch in the break room and astral project in full superhero regalia out into the room to confront this
Okay.
cutlass brandishing Terry.
Yar! Prepare to be walking the plank for this pirate Terry upon ye. I guess given the circumstances, this would be a roll to be super, I think.
I am being super at this
Mhm.
point, and I'm still going to roll a 6. Check this. Hey,
No,
holy-
you didn't. It's a
Hey.
2. For the first time tonight, the action works as intended.
I just in and out for one thing. God's sake.
I really don't have time for this. My truck is still running, and gas is, well, prices are not what they used to be. Plus, I've got to get that tree put up. It's kind of important.
Yes, indeed, citizen. I'll cast a side glance to what's your
Boy.
Mishka? What was your
Oh.
super name again? I don't remember what your super
Grizzly man.
Grizzly Man. It's like anytime Grizzly Man wants to join me, that would be fantastic.
Yes,
Now-
I hear he tends to be in the area every now and again. You know what? I think I might see him over there behind that bush. Hold on.
Pirate
Fantastic.
Terry's
I
just
couldn't-
standing here like, "This seems awfully rude. It feels as though you're just ignoring me."
And at
That's
that, I
because
will
we
do
are.
a huge telekinetic blast at this dude and send him, because we're up in the upper gallery, right? I'm going to send him over the railing. Just send him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Him wheeling.
and in order to create a distraction for Grizzly Man to appear, I will first need something to cover the visual and audio transformation, and so I shall just sort of whisper very faintly, "All creatures of these pet store, of which I have slowly but assuredly unlocked every single cage and terrarium, you are now my army. Attack this man."
All right. Both of you roll to be super, I think.
Awesome.
That's a 2.
All right.
I'm like Snow White from
And
hell.
a 1. Oh, this
So
is
both
like,
works as intended. You telekinetically hold out your hand and blast Pirate Terry. He goes flying over the rail. Yar! And as more Terrys begin swarming towards the pet store, they are suddenly assailed by a barrage of cats and small dogs and parakeets
Snakes,
and various other creatures,
gerbils.
snakes.
And in the stampede,
one very eager chinchilla.
yes, and in the stampede of animals and creatures and yelps and shrieks and all kinds of natural calls, what can only be described as a humanoid bear in a leotard now stands. This is a job for Grizzly Man.
As
I also
all
want
the
to point
pets
out he is 12 feet tall.
Woof.
Oh
with
my!
the sounds of with the sounds of fighting and brawling and meowing and barking and scratching going on outside.
If the
The two
Hulk
of you
was
know-
a bear,
An incredible image.
haha.
The two of you now find yourselves in an empty store, save for one very determined turtle that is slowly making its way across the floor towards the entrance to try and get a piece of the action.
Oh, little one, you will be just fine. Where is cat? I must take a cat.
You as you hear that, the glass display window of the store is smashed in as an errant Terry dressed as a samurai careens into the room. On top of him is an orange cat currently just scratching at his face from
there
under his
you
helmet.
are. My fur son. Yes. Excellent. That's always the small ones who are the most aggressive.
I'm hoping that Frank and Ashley are
I was just about to say we'll
approaching
cut
the
over
store at this
next
point.
to Frank and Ashley. You turn around and see Terry Prime currently is holding the panel moderator by the throat and dangling him over the stage as he holds on, like gasping for air, as the other Terrys all begin swarming around the crowd. Dozens and dozens of Terrys, some of them holding these like futuristic looking like laser weapons, corralling this crowd. As the actual security guards seem to have been beaten and apprehended. As this is happening, your daughter, who's still on your shoulders, kind of looks around and says, I don't think this is part of the show, unless this is like their new era. They've never done anything like this before.
This is the villain arc.
This is the villain arc.
I mean, this could be viral marketing. I don't know. Those lasers
boy
look
bands
pretty
do
real.
heel turns. Is that a thing?
It's a TikTok prank.
Yeah.
It's a social experiment.
It's a flash mob.
I think seeing the
Flash
chaos
mob's
is,
not bad, actually.
that's not bad. Yeah.
Roll
Yeah,
that.
sweetie, I'm not exactly sure what is going on. But we really need to get up to that pet store.
Fear not, citizens, for the Grizzly Man is here. And the bear just leaps as two eagle wings spread out wide from the bear form and sail down towards the combat.
Okay.
Now
With a bunch of small little parakeets kind of darting around behind him, following like a World War II bomber dive.
Ride of the Valkyries starts playing.
But it's a remix of Ride of the Valkyries mixed with Welcome to the Jungle.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would sound not at all like a cacophonous mess.
No, of course not.
now I'm slowly remembering pieces of our previous. I believe that part of Frank's transformation into Echo Fox, because I'm cool, was actually kind of like an Iron Man sequence where he has a watch that he pulls out over top of his hand. So if I'm remembering correctly, and Frank being the ever industrious superhero that he is, he's definitely got one of those things for his daughter because stuff happens when family's there. So he's going to slip one. Yes, he's going to slip one of those on her wrist and say, hang on, we gotta, there's a lot of weird stuff happening here. We're just going to go somewhere where you could be safe, and then I'm going to call the appropriate authorities. And maybe as she's oohing and awing this watch that
She's
her
like-
dad.
A watch?
Yeah.
You know I can tell time on my phone, right?
Oh yeah, this is so much more than a watch though. But
It's a
just
smartwatch.
yeah, it's a smartwatch.
Count your
It's
steps.
it's a very smart watch.
Count
And
your steps, man.
Count your steps. That's
while
right.
she's busy with that, Frank will teleport the two of them up to the pet store, trying to be superhero in this point.
Yeah, roll 1d6 to be super.
All right, which one's going to be good? That one I've determined. That one was not good. I rolled a 6.
So there will be a super glitch involved. Yes.
Okay. So, sorry. Okay, so super glitch. So I'm rolling another d6. A 2. There is a surge of power from within that temporarily incapacitates you.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate.
So the rest of you watch as Echo Fox, in all his resplendent glory, teleports onto the scene and accidentally builds up too much momentum as he vamps forward, falling face first and sliding across the floor. Where we see his daughter, is she also in like a full suit now, like Iron Man style as well?
Well, I hadn't given her the instructions on how to activate it yet. I was going to do that
She's
once we teleported
sitting
away.
perfectly safe, perfectly unharmed, just sitting cross-legged between your shoulder blades as you slide face first along the floor. And she's like, how do I tell mom about this?
That
At
does,
this
that
point-
is
Does
incredibly
Does
embarrassing.
she know that you're Echo Fox? Do I
Ashley
need to
would
sign
not.
an NDA?
Olivia does. Ashley would not.
Jaunt is going to sort of kneel down and say, young lady, your friend, Mr. Porter, is in the back room there. Can you go make sure that he is safe?
Yeah, you've got this handled, right, Dad? Echo Dad?
Yes,
Dad Fox?
Jaunt will look after your father. I mean, Echo Fox. Go tend to Mr. Porter and keep yourself duck and cover. Get behind the couch. I'm going to scoop up
Okay.
Echo Fox and sort of
She's
scoop.
like, I don't know what's going
swoop
on,
up
but give him hell. she runs off. Oh man, I can't wait to tell the others in my class that my dad's Echo Fox.
Don't have memory modification. Is that a power that anyone's got yet?
So you just flying frog bear splash down to the first floor, Mishka, is that it?
I mean,
Or were you flying around with your eagle wings?
I'm a bear with eagle wings and an army
Okay.
of parakeets, and I'm basically just trying to crowd control while the two of them deal with the things they got to deal with. So
I am hearing a growly sort of quality to your audio right now to reflect this.
yes. Yeah, flying around this like 8'6" bear with eagle wings and a leotard, flapping mightily and occasionally shape-shifting into whatever needs to deal with the various assortments.
The Terrys are like climbing up on like the Christmas decorations and things. They're like jumping, grabbing onto you, trying to like weigh you down, swarming you like insects.
And so they continue to climb up on top, just one after another, after another, after another. And then just as the last one kind of jumps on the top, he recoils in pain, like holding onto his arm as he looks down to see a cat with a switchblade just be like, as the rest of the cats begin to march in, having left the truck at the behest of my command.
all marching in rank.
And I will continue to enlarge.
Okay. Roll to be super.
Very good. I will do. That's a 2.
Hey.
I am Grizzly Man.
All right.
Half
In your
man, half eagle, half bear, half pig,
in your transformed state,
half rat.
your keen ursine hearing detect something that you did not hear in your normal human state. Amidst the din of the chaos of your animal minions doing battle with the Terry army, you pick up the distinct sound of a high-pitched whine. A loud droning sound in a frequency that only your animal ears appear able to detect.
My tinnitus.
It
This is why I use axes now.
appears to be emanating from somewhere on the first floor, close to where you initially dropped off your tree.
Okay, I will circle back down to Echo and Jaunt. Hello, gentlefolk. It is a pleasure to be in the super team up of superness. But I believe I might have an idea as to what is going on. There is a high frequency sound that my grizzly hearing, it's one of my superpowers, is picking up.
This sounds like something if we can get Fox up and running here, and I'm sort of telekinetically slapping him. It's like, hey, come on, buddy. Those ears of yours. Let's find this thing.
Foxies are pretty good animals. Let's see what you can do.
Yes, how long am I incapacitated for? Just temporarily.
Temporarily.
Yeah, I'd say that it's past. You get up and dust yourself off.
You hear a bunch of Terry scream, "Look out, it's got a switchblade."
Yes. And periodically, I'm just sort of turning around and like blasting them through the chest.
Inexplicably,
And
you just hear a chainsaw revving.
Good job, stabbers.
All right, if we're trying to locate something, then Echo will bring his hands out and he'll do that Hulk smash thing, or Hulk clap thing, but it's not Hulk.
Echolocate.
To echolocate.
All right, give me 1d6.
D6.
Be super.
I rolled a 1.
Hooray!
Yes.
You immediately just get a visual of the entire interior of this mall, and you're able to pinpoint the source of that high-pitched noise. It is coming from the electronics store on the first floor.
Ah.
To the worst buy.
You could just call it a Radio Shack. No one cares about that anymore.
Well, it's not there anymore. To the future shop.
oh.
I used to work there. It's okay.
Very good. I knew nothing good would come of technology.
I think in our unaired Monster of the Week Christmas special, I called the electronics store Radio Shanty.
Radio Shanty, yeah.
Not that those are a shared universe, mind, but
No.
No, the Secret Santas would have taken care of this problem ages ago.
Yeah.
As you make your way down to the electronics store and you get closer, Mishka, your ears do perk up.
No, they don't perk up. They enlarge. Like giant radar dishes. My grizzly hearing is tingling.
One of the employees from earlier is currently cowering behind the display of the beacon home assistance, which, unbeknownst to him, does appear to be the source of the high pitched noise.
Oh, yes. I knew this thing was evil the moment I saw its adorable little eyeballs. Nothing could be that cute but not furred and be good.
How many of these things are there?
Grizzly, I just pull out a chart. You see, there's a direct correlation between cuteness and furriness in terms of good and evil. The more cute but less furry, the more evil. The more cute but the more furry, the more good. No cute, no furry is wild card. Could be anything. All furry, no cute will probably kill you.
Noted. Future reference.
Yep.
This is good to know for future because see that thing, that evil over there, it cute but no fur.
To answer your question, Telly, there's a few dozen on this display, but you can see further in the store that there are hundreds of these things in here.
Ay.
They seem to be a hot ticket item for the holiday season.
Well, I will sort of make a gesture and telekinetically grab a handful of them and smash them into a handful of others, hoping to destroy a bunch of them.
Okay. Be super.
I will be super. Here we go. 6. Wow. We're really good at this game.
This is not a happy holiday for Telly.
With a 4.
Okay, so you perform the action in a way that causes unintended destruction.
I mean,
Yes.
collateral
Yes.
damage.
I would let you spin this as a positive.
It was intended destruction to begin with. So the unintended destruction is that I'll destroy dozens of them rather than just, a couple. So, take out the back wall of TVs and microwaves and dishwashers and whatever else is in the store. Just shrapnel.
Miraculously, while all of the cowering employees are inside are completely unharmed, you just lay waste to this store. And as the beacons are blasted to smithereens, you find, Mishka, that the whir gradually comes to a halt. And as it does, the sounds of fighting outside begin to die down as well.
Not Stabby. Stabbers is going to keep going.
Yes, there is still the sound of one Terry screaming, but for the most part, the rest seem to have calmed down as the Terrys seem to have stopped and come to their senses.
Okay, so I wasn't bringing the Terrys here; I was controlling them. Interesting.
There is darker evil behind dark evil.
Right. Spooky voice over the PA. Where would the PA be? Security station. We need. I can look around. I can go through the walls. Echo Fox, you could listen for this guy if you remember the voice. Or Grizzly Man.
That's
shake down Terry Prime.
I good at shaking things. Usually trees, but Terry start with T, so close enough. You think there is a tree Terry in Multiverse, and you think that it is also in Boy Band?
I'll do you one better. There's definitely a cat Terry out there somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if he's furry or not, that's yet to be discovered.
When I get home, I should try adding cat noises to remix playlist.
I think the real problem is that there's also.
I think he just has like a home DJ booth.
Yeah.
In his cabin, his isolated cabin.
Wonder if I can play Du Hast with cat piano.
So I'm going to. Jaunt will sort of fly up and try and find sort of the administrative offices as I'm flying through the walls and stuff.
Okay.
I've also throw out this one. Where does a terry cloth Terry fall in the good evil chart as I fly off?
Terry is mildly furry, but not proper furry. Cuteness is left hand one that's cute, right? So that would be how we would have to measure. If left hand Terry is cute Terry, then that is metric. And then you'd have to basically base all other Terrys down from there.
So very gone.
Telly, as you fly off, you briefly catch a glimpse of a pile of Christmas presents being pushed aside as a slightly scuffed up Lenny climbs out, his beard askew, his Santa suit slightly ruffled as he gets up and says, "Oh, man, I don't get the music scene these days, man. This is why I only listen to ska."
Ska is not bad. That's a good choice.
I am going to try to show off to Lenny.
All right.
So it's a matter of there's enough chaos going on that I'm assuming that someone has dropped their wallet somewhere in this, and I'm going to drop that into the collection jar.
All right. You need 2d6.
Because, God damn it.
An entire wallet.
That guy. It's a 9. So
All
the
I
super
got for
glitch.
Christmas was this dude's social and security number.
Oh, I hope
Okay.
this is a good glitch. Come on, give me a good one. Come on. A 4.
Causes unintended destruction. I'm gonna say you technically fling the wallet, and like a projectile weapon, it just smashes into the collection plate, blowing it to pieces, scattering coins and dollar bills across the floor. As Letty looks up at you, goes, "Whoa, man! The ghost of Christmas past just destroyed my collection bin."
What's your one-liner?
Oh boy.
Keep the change.
I see the message you're trying to send me, Ghost. The pursuit of material wealth is destroying the holiday. This whole thing is just a consumerist concept. You're right.
But he's one smart Santa.
Take back Christmas.
Thank you for your wisdom, Magic Ghost.
All right. And I'm going to just fly through the administration level and try and find where this bad dude is.
Assuming all of the combat is over,
Yes.
I am going to kind of go and begin herding the pet animals back into their various enclosures. That was very good. You did well. Here's a tiny medal for you. Here's a tiny medal for you. And there's a tiny medal. This will take a while.
As you do
And
this,
I'll make sure to grab stabbers and be like, you go back to truck and go stab something else. Maybe go find the catnip and stab that. I don't want to reupholster the truck, so don't stab the upholstery again.
And because I knew that Mishka would have a perfect memory of every single animal that was in that store, you do notice that all except one animal's there. One of the puppies is missing.
This is the greatest crime that has ever been committed in a 50-mile radius. Mr. Fox,
Yes,
can you find a dog?
of course. Smash.
That is very loud on my gigantic ears.
Yeah, roll to be super.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Through the vents and the ventilation system of this mall and everything and all the barking, you do hear the sound of a dog barking, seemingly in distress, coming from what appears to be not the security office, but rather the roof of the mall, where your echolocation also alerts you to a large object which appears to be there at the moment. It seems to be some sort of vehicle, like a helicopter or something of a similar size. You also see, through your echolocation, you detect 2 other shapes along with the puppy. One is a taller figure of an adult frame, and leading rather forcefully by the arm is a smaller figure about the size of your daughter.
I think at that,
That's a very specific description.
Grizzly Man, meet me on the roof. And Echo Fox will
Gando.
teleport up to the roof, trying to
that's
interpose
incredibly
himself
convenient.
between the helicopter and this person who has my daughter.
Okay, you've done enough teleportation. I'm not even going to qualify this as a roll.
It would be great if there was a creature on this earth that could teleport naturally. But unfortunately, I must grow
as
wings.
you teleport up, you see on the roof in the blowing winter wind, none other than Manager Terry.
Manager Terry? Of course.
As amidst the whirring helicopter blades, he signals to Pilot Terry to take off. Right as you teleport in, as he stops and says, "I was wondering when you'd get here and when you'd figure it out that the Terrys, all of them, aren't actually from other dimensions, but are rather clones implanted with microchips that are controlled by the Beacon Home Assistants."
Of course.
It was all very obviously laid out.
It was so
so
obvious.
I mean, it's obvious now. Hey, young girl. Wait a minute. Ashley.
Dad.
Remember that watch I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that she also has a Labrador puppy scooped under her arm as well.
Excellent choice. Hey, double tap the face of that watch for me.
Okay, why will that like call mom, or and as that does the armor plating I assume covers her
Yep.
and activates.
And the puppy?
No,
Does
there's
the
not built-in puppy
puppy
armor.
sliced
No.
in half. It's like,
The puppy
First
is
Christmas
unharmed,
ever.
I assume.
It's calibrated for that.
Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Does the mini Equifax armor confer all of your powers to your daughter?
Oh, I mean, if I have the opportunity for that to be a thing, yes. Was I thinking of that? No. I was thinking simply
Okay.
protection, but if you want to give me that, it would be
Then I will
stupid
say
for me to say no.
with her newfound super strength, holding the puppy under one arm safely, she is going to wrench her arm free and then give Manager Terry a superpowered push, sending him careening back, falling over the roof of the mall.
Where he is snatched
says
by
no.
a gigantic eagle.
Great job, Ashley. Great job.
After we get the Die Hard shot of falling off of Nakatomi Plaza, we'll do that first. I'll wait until he's about like 10 feet from the ground and then.
oh man.
Tell you
Nice
what,
of you to
Dad,
drop
I'm
in.
okay if that's not getting an autograph, but that means I can keep this armor.
We'll talk
Turns
about
out that
We'll
turns
talk about
out
that
that
when we get
Manager
home.
Terry's kind of a douche anyway, so I think I'm going to start boycotting his music from now on.
Mishka
Well,
will
yes,
drop Manager Terry off at the nearest police, who I'm assuming at this point have gathered outside the mall, with a big eagle salute, and then fly back up and just look over at Echo Fox as a giant man bear eagle. You do realize your daughter just tried to commit manslaughter, yes?
Self-defense, Grizzly Man.
At this point, John will sort of rejoin to you. Just about Gwen Stacy'd him, so I think it's even. So
I don't think that's how that works, but what I am seeing is that I now own a helicopter.
You look over and see Pilot Terry has jumped out of the cockpit and is trying to make a getaway.
What make and model is helicopter?
I don't know nearly enough about helicopters to give an honest answer to that question.
A good one.
But it is one that was manufactured by the Integra Corporation. I will tell you that.
Of course.
It is evil technology. It has a computer built into it. You see, great thing about the Ford F-150. It's an older car. It's got just the right amount of technology. A lot of people say, why drive Ford F-150 if you can drive F-151? And I say, because F-151 has computer in it.
And with that great bit of not sponsorship, the three of you, plus Ashley and the puppy,
you may want to get a hand on your daughter. I feel like she is kneeling toward vigilanteism and what do they call the anti-hero territory. Could be great arc for you in future, but would ruin your family.
Yeah, we're gonna have a long conversation on the drive home.
Oh, very good.
Don't you worry,
What do you drive?
Grizzly Man. I drive a minivan.
Good choice. Good choice. You can fit a lot of cats in the minivan.
Or soccer players. That's usually our it's usually our regular fare.
and
classic
on
Honda
that very
Odyssey.
note,
Yep.
we'll zoom out, showing you all as you descend from the roof. And then maybe even catch a glimpse of a sleigh passing by in the sky. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Holy crap! Is that the flying reindeer? I'll be right back.
Thank you all for joining me on this very strange, heavily improvisational session. Thank you to the fine game designers at Ursa Dice for designing such a fun and easy to pick up
You may-
game.
You may not know this as a viewer. I kind of went into this not really sure because I wasn't there for the last one. So I went on and I saw the bear and I was like, okay.
That was your jumping off point. Yeah, the bear logo.
Like, excellent. I'm good now.
Um,
That plus
And
the image
that-
of the woman with all the birds chasing her. I was like, wow, this is great.
I did play a little bit fast and loose with the rules at the end there, but I mean,
Once the superhero tights are on, I feel like for the most part you're kind of just gunning towards the end.
Yep.
a little bit. And yeah, on that note, thank you all for joining us for this holiday one shot. I had a lot of fun. Maybe we'll dust off this game again in less than a year and a half's time. Probably not realistically, but it was still a lot of fun regardless.
Agreed. I have notes this time, so next time we play, I'll know what my character is. Fully. Like, I'll know everything.
Fantastic.
Yes, and we should note when we are casting next. So obviously not next Monday because that's like Christmas, and not the Monday after because that's New Year's Day.
So
Yeah.
sometime in the new year, yes.
So it'll be January 8th will be our next scheduled, and that should be D&D 5e under Craig doing Sea of Souls.
With our characters at level 13 now?
13th level.
Wow.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, dang, that's right. I
Zing.
keep forgetting.
Yeah,
So you have that to look forward to in the new
Indeed.
year.
indeed.
Yeah, we have feats.
Arms too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
And yeah. Happy holidays to all those who celebrate. I wish you all the best in the new year, and God rest you, Terry gentlemen.
See you guys.
Have a good night, everybody.